Tuesday, February 28th, 2017. Monaco 64, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. I like to talk about hyperinflation or collapse. Basically, hyperinflation or a deflationary collapse are two sides of the same coin. It's basically the repudiation of the financial system of the currency. And it's also a cleansing of the system that's overburdened with debt. I've made videos in the past, in the last few months, about hyperinflation and the specter of hyperinflation, the fact that the Dow and S&P are at such elevated levels. But today I'd like to touch upon the possibility of a deflationary collapse. And you might say, oh, make up your mind, but I think it's very difficult. People need to be prepared for all kinds of events. And that's why I always recommend that people have precious metals as an insurance outside the financial system, outside the national fiat currencies. So the reason I'm talking about this is that there's a market timing letter called the Rosen market timing letter. Ron Rosen, I have subscribed to it in the past. 321gold.com, they sometimes post small parts of Mr. Rosen's research. Ron Rosen is a veteran of the markets. He's over 80 years old, so he's been around a long time, fought in the Korean War. So I want to talk about this latest posting from 321. You can go, subscribe to his service, or you can just read what he said in this posting. And it goes like this, and I quote, "When something has worked 100% of the time for 104 years, it is highly probable it will work once again." And he goes on to say, there have been 3 bear markets since the Federal Reserve was established in 1913. Bear market number 4 began in the year 2000. The first 3 bear markets bottomed beneath the green shaded area. If bear market number 4 bottoms beneath the green shaded area, the Dow Jones Industrial Average will fall below the previous low of 6,470. As for the S&P, Big Mo Momentum says, it looks like it could fall. I think the low there was around 660 or 650 or just about above 500. And so Mr. Rosen, as you can see, he's going for a crash, a deflationary crash. And he's looking for the Dow or S&P to get back below that green channel that's formed since the early 1900s. I guess there's 2 options for the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve, in the end of the day, they manage the currency, they manage the financial system. They can hyperinflate and destroy their own paper. Because if you look very carefully in the dollar bill, it says Federal Reserve note. So yeah, they could hyperinflate, and destroy themselves, because that's what it would be. They're destroying, the credibility in their notes. That's like destroying their, themselves. Or they could allow for a deflationary collapse, like Mr. Rosen expects. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not a fly on the wall at the Federal Reserve meetings or with the Federal Reserve governors or presidents. Mr. Rosen, he's been around a lot longer than I have. He thinks we will see a deflationary collapse there. I guess that would be disastrous, as would hyperinflation. But the only positive thing for the Federal Reserve and the powers that be, the financial powers that be, is that they'd still be around. If they hyperinflate, they probably won't be around because they'll lose all credibility. And I guess if there is a deflationary collapse, Before that happens, though, they need to raise rates a few times so that when it does happen, they can cut again and start QE again. So that's what I was thinking today, and that's, came up to my mind. It's different than the hyperinflationary scenario, but thinking a little bit about it, maybe it's leaning more towards that, because what would the Federal Reserve really want to destroy itself? Probably not. So that's what I'm thinking at the moment. In terms of the markets this afternoon, it's 6:15 London time, so 1:15 New York. Gold is at 1254. Range today has been 1250 to 1258.60. It looks like right now the resistance area is 1260. That's where the bullion banks, the commercials are trying to cap gold. Earlier, a few weeks ago, it was 1240. Now it's 1260. Silver is doing fairly well, up 13. I know we had a correction yesterday. It's at around 1840, and 1850 seems to be the level there. So the Dow not doing much, down 12. S&P though down 6 points, or 1/4%. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, share it far and wide. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. If you'd like to donate to my channel, there's some links below in the description, and I'll also put a link to the Ron Rosen piece on 321gold.com. Take care. Bye.